Welcome to Business Reporter's Future of Internet of Things campaign. Local authorities always aim to build and improve on infrastructure so that people can benefit from robust and efficient systems. Or at least they would if money was no object. The reality is that in today's constrained economy, most UK infrastructure is outdated, decrepit, and struggles with an ever-increasing demand it wasn't designed to match. How can we fix the situation and develop electricity, energy, and water supplies and other critical infrastructure that are fit for purpose for a modern 21st century population? According to the experts at IoT firm Connexin, smart connected cities could be the answer. Here today in the studio, we're talking to Dan Preece, Connexin's VP of IoT, Smart Cities, Communities and Places, to find out more. What is a smart city or smart community? And for that matter, why should we care?
So I think we need to start with redefining what a smart city is. At Connexin, we call it a smart places because that incorporates large and small scale communities. And when we talk about smart, we talk about clean air. We talk about safe, bright places.
I understand clean, healthy, bright, that makes sense. But what about smart? Why are we using the word smart?
So it's to make them smart is basically a connectivity from the real world to the digital world through digital programmable infrastructure. It's the connectivity of sensors, infrastructure, visualization, analytics, platforms to create the beneficial outcomes for the constituents. IoT in itself has the capability to make the invisible visible. So it's got the capability to enable situations where they do not know there is a problem. We can investigate and envisage and create a solution to that problem. IoT can do that. We can do that across our solution. In LoRaWAN, it's a long-range, wide-area network. We utilize low-power sensors with long battery life. Some have energy harvesting built in, so you don't even need batteries anymore. They're batteryless devices, only on the LoRaWAN technology. So moving those sensors into the platform visualization is what we do on a day-to-day basis.
I'd like to dive into a little bit more detail about the practical uses of IoT. And let's take the example of water. You know, we had an unprecedented drought last summer. There was water shortages, there was scarcity of water, and that created a massive infrastructure problem for the UK. How does IoT and how does your system that you're advocating, how can that help?
So we talk about drought and we talk about scarcity of water. That is absolutely important. We are having droughts. We're having more droughts the further we move forward. Climate change is a big thing. It's a major thing across the world, not just in the UK. But what we need to focus on here is how we use water, water efficiency, water use, protecting against leaks, proactive maintenance to ensure that leaks are fixed before they occur. So we're not wasting water above ground and below ground. We need to make more informed decisions about how we use water from the tap to reduce our supply-demand deficit. Water utilities have done an extraordinary job in trying to reduce leakage. We install water meters, we install different sensors across the network. And the driver is to ensure that the water utility can understand the behavior of their network, make it a digital twin of the real to the digital world. And that is what we are on a mission to do, to connect the real world to the digital world through this digital programmable infrastructure.
You talked about scale there. Put this into some form of perspective for us. How big of a problem is this in the UK today?
It's huge. Leakage in the UK per day is estimated at 3.3 billion litres of water. That's around 1,180 Olympic-sized swimming pools of lost water per day.
You say it's estimated. How do you go about estimating that figure?
So that's all around our sensor connectivity. That's installing sensors in prime locations to understand the behaviour of the water network, to enable the water utility and the local authority to understand the behaviour of where that water is going and pinpoint those leaks to be able to fix them.
So that's the invisible part, what's gone. So how does IoT then make that visible?
The value is data. The value is being able to analyse, aggregate and analyse for actionable insights into that data. The key is the machine learning built in and the algorithms built into the background to enable the water utility to make those proactive and informed decisions on reactively fixing leaks and then moving into the proactive maintenance of fixing a leak before it occurs.
Okay, let's come back to Connexin. And we're now talking about gathering all the data that you said, we're putting on sensors everywhere. How do you then turn all of that data into actionable knowledge that the water utilities can use?
We utilise LoRaWAN technology fundamentally. LoRaWAN is specifically ideal for the below ground sensors propagating signal to our network infrastructure and on. We'll transfer that data across our own infrastructure onto a visualization platform.
You're clearly working with water utilities, working with local authorities. They need to see results. They need to make sure that there's some accountability there. So how do you measure success in what you're doing? And for that matter, where is that going to be in, say, 3-4 years' time?
Success can be defined by achieving the outcome that the water utility or local authority aim to get from this solution. In water, the number one goal is reducing that deficit to a point where it is sustainable. That is the goal. The next step is water efficiency and the care of the use of water. It's a moving target, but we're in partnership with these companies to achieve and continue to achieve.
So moving on from just water, which we've been focusing on for the last few minutes, I know that you're involved in lots of other areas where IoT can also help. What other areas are you working on?
There are an enormous amount of sensors, 10,000 in fact different sensors that can be deployed in different industries. And we work in a full range of industries, from smart buildings, for example, which contributes to air quality in a city. We are investing an awful lot of time and money and partnership into social housing. We invest time into agriculture, agri-tech, and some maritime technologies as well.
We've talked a lot about how IoT can create these smart places and involve in lots of different utility areas. For key decision makers watching this interview, what are the main takeaways that you would like them to remember?
The focus for decision makers is to understand your challenges, fundamental high-level challenges. In our experience, working with a number of local authorities, water utilities, building owners, social housing partnerships, is cost savings is a big, big impact. We have proven solutions across the UK. So come and talk to us and we'll be able to partner with you to solve these problems.
That was Dan Priest from Connexin.